Yeah, hi, I'm Paul Archer. I've just finished 2 days actually of diploma or DipFA final exam training for 6 people on each course. And these people are all IFAs and they've come along on the day because they're doing the final exam shortly and they didn't really know how to go about it. Yes, they're very qualified and they're very experienced, but the Diploma for Financial Advisors final exam, there's an awful lot of technique and strategy that needs to be put in. So, I run a course and I'd love you to come along to it. Of course I would. Just have a look on the web page. But what I want to do now is spend 5 minutes telling you about some key things about the Diploma for Financial Advisors final exam. Maybe give you a few tips, a few ideas. The first thing you've got to do is to wipe out from your mind how you currently do client reports. Because most of you probably do reports after the event. In other words, you've given the advice, the client's chosen the various products and things that you've sold them, advised them, sorry about that, and you've done a suitability report after the event. Now, if you do that in this final exam, you will not pass. Pretty straightforward, really. It's not done that way. This report that you do for the client is part of the advice process. Just imagine the following scene and say your business model changes so it works this way. You decide from now on never to go out of your office. In other words, you're never going to visit your clients ever again. And in fact, your clients are never going to come and see you. You're going to operate on a sort of virtual basis. You have an online system whereby clients can complete the fact find. In fact, your clients, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, have just completed a fact find based upon your online portal. And the fact find comes through to you, and it's pretty complex and comprehensive. Now, that fact find, the client is asking you now to have a look at the fact find and to produce a report, to write a report which summarises their needs and gives recommendations, in fact all the options, all the detail, so that they can make some informed decisions. And your report should also give recommendations as well. And your client's going to pay for that. That's the difference. They're going to pay you a couple of £1,000 plus the VAT for the report. That's it. It's a bit like a surveyor. I bought my house 10 years ago. It's an old place, so we got a structural survey done. And he charged me a couple of £1,000, I think, and he produced a report about that thick, and it was full of recommendations and things, and I paid for that report. Likewise, you're doing the same. So your report that you create for the client, you're not going to see them again. You post the report back to them or email it to them. They read it and action upon it and pay you the fee. That's exactly how the final exam works. And if you get that mindset into your mind, it actually won't go far wrong with the report that you create. If you think about it, you've got to start making some assumptions. You've got to start contacting people. And by the way, your client's given you permission to contact who you want. If you want to contact the pension company, their life insurance company, their provider for this, their provider for that, you've got permission to do that. You go in touch with them and you get information from them that helps you to make intelligent assumptions. So you've got to make assumptions. You've then got to get off the fence. Yes, you have to have this, what we call a diamond shape. That's how you give advice on this report. You start by summarising the need. Then you look at all the different options that are available to satisfy that need. And then you recommend 1, 2 or 3 of those options. You've got to get off the fence. You've got to make recommendations. It's your only chance to earn marks from the exam. And it has to be a comprehensive report full of recommendations. So that kind of helps you, I guess, to think about it. Concern yourself with the structure and style. There's 30 marks in total. In fact, you get 150 all told. There's 30 marks for structure and style. So how does your report look? Does it follow a structure? Does it follow a pattern? Is it logical? Do you have headings? Do you have the odd little table? Does it look like a proper report with a start, a middle and an end? Is it easy to navigate around? Have you got good headings so you can flick through? Remember, clients don't look at page 1 when they get reports. They flick through, don't they? So 30 marks. Language that you've used. Are you talking to the client? A lot of people go wrong because they get all textbooky. You can get textbooks from the shelf, can't you? And it's all very sort of third party and past tense. If your report starts to smell of a textbook, then you're going to fail. Now, you're going to write to the customer. So, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you asked me to take a look at your inheritance tax position because, as it stands, you're paying quite a lot of inheritance tax if you die. Now, what I'm going to do is take a look at the options available to you to minimise this inheritance tax bill. And the first option I want to look at is putting your life policies into trust. Now, putting into trust means, and there you go, technical term you're going to describe as well. So I think that's pretty important as well. Talked about structure. A couple of other quick ideas for you. Don't forget, if there's two people, give two recommendations, of course. Use your timing wisely. Practice, practice, practice before the exam itself. Don't go in there and do any thinking. If you go into the exam room and you do too much thinking, you're going to fail. You haven't got time. You've got 3 hours to write your report. You've got to get it all done before the day. You've got to get it all typed up, boiled down just like a good sauce. You've got to boil it down to 3 hours worth of ability to write. I mean, if you're capable of doing 3,000 words in 3 hours, either typing or writing, then you go ahead and boil it down to 3,000 words. And then do it under mock conditions. Do it once, twice, 3 times. So when you go into the exam itself, you're not doing any thinking. Okay, you'll get a few additional pieces of information that might kind of throw you a little bit possibly, but you don't need to do any thinking in the exam. You haven't got time. You've got to do all the preparation before you actually go in. Follow a structure. I can share a structure with you if you're interested. It works. There's plenty of structures going on. I run a one-day workshop. It's only, 9 o'clock till 4. It's really fast-paced. Good value as well, good investment for you. It's really fast paced. I'm an IFS tutor, so I take you through and I facilitate a group of 6 IFAs to arrive at a report. We crunch all the numbers, all the figures, and at the end of the day people have got a report available to them. So give me a call, drop me an email. The address is www.archer.com and we'll be happy to help you with your fund. Good luck, and see you soon. Bye.